familiar to Northside LDN, caramba. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Lee as well. Everyone that's joined in from Lee. Big up, familia. You already know. Comeka Sena Funciona. Today, Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. Horrendous performance today by the team. Horrendous performance. But Mikel Merino, got to give props where props is due. Mikel Merino with an excellent 2 goals. The way he took the opportunities coming off the bench because Trossard was absolutely dying as a forward. And the way Mikel Merino took his goals, you got to give him props on that aspect. You got to give him props. He had 2 opportunities. The header, he did well. Ethan with a good cross for the assist. Moreno, the tap in. It was a good counter-attack, to be fair. Good counter-attack from Calafiori to Sterling, and then the cross in. That was a good counter-attack. Good counter-attack. But this is where we have to slow it down a little bit. Slow it down. Mikel Merino, after the game himself, before we get into analysing Mikel Merino going forward being a striker for Arsenal, because I see a lot of people that put that out there right now getting really excited. That Mikel Merino, I'm hearing Mikel Messi and all this pucaria that they're coming out with. Relax. Mikel Merino, after the game, said he was surprised that Mikel said that he will be using him as a substitute in the striker position. He said in his career he's only scored 2 goals. And he was surprised that he was getting utilised as a striker. We are going up against Leicester, a Leicester that's going to go down for relegation. They're going to get relegated this season. Let's be honest. Leicester are going to get relegated this season. He wasn't being marked. He took his goals well, but I've seen this before. I've seen Trossard scoring goals as a striker. Ultimately, he was inconsistent to get us over the line and score in big games or the knockout stages in cups. We've seen Havertz start up front. He's been inconsistent. Not turning up to the big games, not good enough, not scoring enough goals in the season, not hitting 20 goals a season, and not scoring in pivotal games, i.e. the cup games, i.e. Bayern Munich last season. Didn't turn up. So why do we think it's going to be any different with Mikel Merino? Yes, you can give him props for scoring the goals. That's completely fine. Give him props. He did what he needed to do. He come onto the bench. He's a DM. He was played as a striker. 2 opportunities and he scores. That's all great. But let's just be real, yeah? Let's just be real. If this guy is such a gunman, why is he surprised that he's playing as a striker? Why did he say going forward he's not going to be playing as a striker anymore? Why is it when he was asked after the game, why is it when we had Havertz available, that was missing games before he was injured, when we've had Jesus available, why didn't Mikel play Merino up front? Why is it that you only play him up front now that we need somebody to produce? The guy said it himself. He's not a striker. We know we didn't buy him as a striker. Yes, he scored 2 goals today against Leicester. Do you think he's going to be performing like this in the Champions League? Do you think he's going to be performing like this going up against the big boys in the Premier League? No, he's not. Let's just chill out. He scored 2 great goals today. Can't take that away from him. I'm not going to take it away from him. But at the same time, I've seen it before where we play players at a position trying to get a performance out of them week in, week out. They fall flat. I've seen it before. Nketiah, 10 games to go. Playing Nketiah, he actually was a striker. Played him as a striker. 10 games to go to get top 4. Spurs got top 4 ahead of us because Nketiah was inconsistent. Playing Trossard when we bought him in January. A season ago. Bought him in January. Played him as a striker instead of a left winger, which is his natural position. He scored a couple of goals, ultimately didn't turn up enough games for us to get over the line to win a major honour. We also played Havertz as a striker, not clinical enough, not scoring enough goals, ultimately doesn't get us over the line to win any major honours. Why does anyone in their brain think that Mikel Merino all of a sudden is the answer? This is all now an excuse to now, forget January transfer window. Mikel's a revolutionary. He knows how to get the most out of the team. No. I've seen this before. Mikel Merino, he said it himself after the game, and we all know he wasn't brought into this team to be a striker. He himself is surprised to be played as a striker. Did he take his goals well? Yes, he did. That does not mean now that he's going to be banging in goals every single game and he's going to be a clinical goal scorer from here onwards. I don't really get it, bro. I don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? This is all, to cover up the poor performance because Mikel Merino, and I will give props to him, big up to you. You're not a striker. You took your goals really, really well. Ultimately, You were not the answer. We still needed a Gyökeres, we still needed Isak, we still needed a Dovbyk, or we needed players like that. We needed proper strikers. Ultimately, this guy is not going to be clinical to the end of the season to claw back the points that we're trying to change Liverpool down for, and he's not going to be clinical in the Champions League. So ultimately, this is going to be the same experiment and going to end up, like I said in the title, it's going to end up like playing Trossard and Havertz up front. He's going to be inconsistent. Now, Mikel Arteta, the way that we were playing today was absolutely dreadful. So many players today were poor. I can't lie. Lewis Skelly actually saved us. There was a cross into the box. If he didn't get a foot to it, we would have been 1-0 down. This is before Merino got substituted for Trossard on. Sterling, I don't even know what even to say about Sterling anymore. Like, he is absolutely horrendous. The guy struggles to take on his man. He struggles to pass the ball. He struggles, bro. It was absolutely crazy. On every counter attack, Declan Rice got to the point where he was so frustrated and didn't even want to pass the ball to Sterling anymore. The guy was running into defenders. The guy was getting barges off the ball, couldn't control the ball, couldn't cross the ball, couldn't pass the ball. And this is the thing, yeah? A lot of people are going to talk Bucaria to me because they didn't watch the game. I watched the game. The game wasn't great. Mikel Merino, yeah, you played, he come on and he did his job. He did well. Ethan was the only one being direct, bro. Ethan's so unlucky not to get on the score sheet today, bro. The only one taking shots, being direct, good cross, got an assist today. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he was playing well. He's the guy carrying his team. But when you look at the overall performance, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Saliba was struggling in the air. We almost got cooked. If Jorginho doesn't do a tactical foul, bro, down our right-hand side, Mavididi, bro, was absolutely cooking. You know what I'm saying? He would have been through on goal. The way he was just taking souls, taking players out of the game. Mavididi, bro, absolutely cooking. But this is what it is. Yeah, we got the result. Yeah, we got the win. Cool. I'm not angry about that. But I am angry about the performance, because one thing, yeah, that will catch up to you is your performance. Sterling was atrocious. Trossard was atrocious. Odegaard was atrocious. And all for different reasons. Sterling was offering us absolutely nothing on that left-hand side. Trossard, every single time, either running into defenders, getting caught offside, getting bullied off the ball, ridiculous. Odegaard, holding the ball too long. Passes as well. Every time he was playing a pass through to Trossard, he was catching him offside because he was holding on to the ball too long. Went hiding, was absolutely, absolutely rubbish. Chances he had to score, taken way too many touches and then spanking it off the defender. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. And listen, as I said, I'm happy that we won. I'm not happy about the performance. Do you know what I mean? Not good enough. Thomas Partey in that first half was absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. Declan Rice wasn't his greatest game, but he was actually progressing the ball forward and getting us into good positions. But every single time he would pass to Sterling, Sterling just falling all over the place, looking for penalties. The guy was diving, looking for penalties. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. Yeah, you know I'm saying Lewis Skelly played well. Timber at times was getting a bit roughed up, but he was trying to progress the ball forward. Ultimately, not good enough, man. The overall performance weren't good enough. And now that Merino scored 2 goals, they're going to try and use that as an excuse. No. That's going to be the scapegoat. That's going to be a scapegoat. I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry. Today's performance was absolutely horrendous. The way we were struggling to counterattack, the way we were so woeful and wasteful in the final third, the over-reliance on Ethan because nobody else was doing anything. Ethan had no help today from that front three until Merino came on. And like I said, anyone want to talk Bucaria to me about Merino? I'm sorry. Based on what is Merino now the answer to our striking problems? He's not the answer. He is not the answer. He's come on and done a job. You can praise him for that. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. But even he said he's not a striker after the game. He said he doesn't expect to continue being played as a striker, but he said he'll do a job for the team. And he said before this game, he scored 2 goals before this game. The guy is not a clinical goal scorer. How many times we tried to convert Havertz into a clinical goal scorer? It didn't work. Tried to convert Jesus into a clinical goal scorer. It didn't work. Tried to make Trossard a clinical goal scorer playing him as a striker. It didn't work. In football, you need specialists in certain positions, and you either have it or you don't have it. And Merino isn't that guy to be consistently performing. I've seen purple patches for multiple players at Arsenal. I've seen Trossard have a purple patch playing striker. I've seen Nketiah have a purple patch playing up front. We've seen Martinelli have a purple patch playing on the wing. But ultimately, you're not good enough. So don't try and gaslight me that all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? That all of a sudden, this guy is going to be clinical and is going to turn up every single time we need him to score. You are basing it off one performance. One performance you're basing that off. That is not enough to say, yeah, this guy is going to turn up every game. It's not. It's not going to happen. He's not going to turn up every game. This is the same people that gassing up Mikel Merino, the same people that were telling us when we came into this season and we said we needed a clinical goal scorer. They said to us, oh, but Havertz is scoring at the moment. And then what happened before he got injured? For about the last 5-6 games before he got injured, Havertz was stinking it up, not scoring his chances, just going missing in the games. Why? Because he's not a clinical goal scorer. That's what happens. Simple as that. That is the reality. That is the reality. Mikel Merino, he's got a decent finish on him, but this guy is not a natural goal scorer. And ultimately, the goals will dry up. No one's going to sell me that Mikel Merino playing up front all of a sudden is our solution to win a major honor. Let's not forget, let's not forget, the requirement this season is to win a major honor. So he may score 1 or 2, a couple of goals. Yeah, cool. That's all good. Is he going to score consistently? I don't think so. Ultimately today, not good enough. Not good enough, bro. Not good enough. The fact that we're in this position. Oi, City are 2-0 up. Crazy. City already 2-0 up. Who scored for them? Who scored for them? Mamouche. There you go. 2 goals. 2 goals. Yeah? That's because that guy is a natural striker. And I bet he will score more goals to the end of the season because he's a natural goal scorer. He's a natural striker. This is the thing, man. This is all, yeah? This Merino now, turning up. This manager catches so much life because the performance today was absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. You tell me what was good about our game other than Declan Rice going forward, linking up the play and actually getting Sterling into good positions. Ethan, with some good strikes, he hit there was a shot from Ethan that he hit the bar. There was another shot from Ethan that he hit the post. Yeah, I'm saying, and Lewis Skelly, that last-ditch tackle that would have made it 1-0 to Leicester at that point in the game. Other than that, what did we actually do today? What did we actually do today? We were horrendous. We were absolutely horrendous today. Trossard, oh my days. He was absolutely diabolical, bro. Absolutely diabolical. And this is a reality. But the excuses will be, oh, well, but Merino, you know, Arteta, he's figuring it out. Look at what we're doing now, this, and that. Nah, bro. Let's just be honest. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. You know what I'm saying? City will finish before you lot. Watch, Savinho's a baller, man. Wow. Bro did double nutmeg in 3 seconds. Crazy. Lee did say that he's a baller, so listen, he was watching him. It is where it is. Hey, brother, big up. From Gunnar from Melbourne, Australia. We are papering over the Cracks FC right now. We were atrocious for 3/4 of the game. How can you be gassed with the performance? Hashtag Conkeys and Arteta out. That's what I'm saying, bro. It'll be the people that don't watch the game, just the people that just don't like the reality. You know what I'm saying? And now want to be talking about, oh well, but we won the game. The game was rubbish, bro. We were poor. We were absolutely poor. But I'm going to be putting up the link. You know what I'm saying? There's not much to get onto about this game, other than, you know, it just wasn't good enough, bro. Ethan would have crossed into Declan Rice. He had a header to header it. He heads it wide. Odegaard playing Trossard through, catching him offside. Do you know what I'm saying? We're playing Sterling through, and he was just losing the ball, falling all over the place, running into defenders. You know what I'm saying? Just before second half, there was 2 long balls into the Leicester front 3, and they were through on goal. There was a long ball into Ndidi, and he just about heads it wide. And yeah, one route football, bro, and they're straight through on goal. So, you know what I mean? That halftime came at the right time because Leicester was gathering a bit of momentum. In the second half, Odegaard to Rice on the counter, pass to Sterling in the box, and he just falls over. I'm saying Sterling again running into defenders. Sterling diving in the box looking for a pen when Ndidi clearly won the ball. You know what I mean? Shocking from Sterling, man. Shocking, bro. Odegaard outside the box, 100 touches, and then lays off the shot and it hits the defender. Ethan with a counter, and that's the time when he hits the bar. His shot hits the bar, and Odegaard losing the ball in the opposition box. Long ball into Merino, and he misses the ball. That's his first attempt. And then obviously Ethan with the cross, and Moreno heads it in. Odegaard to Calafiori to Trossard with the cross into Moreno, and he taps it in. And yeah, that's really about it, bro. Like, we get away with it. We get away with it, but it wasn't a great performance at all by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't a great performance at all. Let me put the link out for anyone that does want to jump on and have their say. There you go. The link is now out and is now pinned. Let me get through some of the comments. What's man saying? Big up my G. Come on, man. Big up Saba. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, what are you saying?
Football's a very, very weird game, guys. That's what I'm saying. Very, very weird game. Do you know what? I used to ask what Mikel Merino's good at. Now I know. Now I know. See, the thing is that we started off with those three up front. We were more fluid. I'm gonna be honest. We were more fluid because not having Havertz there makes us more fluid. Ethan keeps it quick. You know, keeps it quick. Again, we're a one-man team. Everything through Ethan. 18-year-old. Bad idea. I'm just trying to make it quick. Partey and Rice got in my opinion, the midfield today got bodied. I think they got bodied today. I think Didi were on job. Didi and the other guy, they were on job. The first half was ridiculous, bro. You can see that this team is unable to unlock low block and mid block. We've been saying it since the start of the season. We just can't unlock these low block and mid blocks, and we're gonna struggle again and again and again. If Leicester had a bit more talent up front, they would have scored a bit more. It's just that, you know, they lack obviously they're 18th for a reason, you know. Apart from that, what did we really create? You know, we've been playing this whipped in kind of balls. Why didn't we just go to Serbia and get some 6'5" giant from there? You know, you wouldn't pay a lot of money for that. We were offered Morata, by the way. We were offered Morata that would easily get into this team, and he's perfect for that role. What do we do apart from whipping goals into the box? Anybody tell me, what do we do? That's the reason why Moreno scored. He's a 6'4" giant. Of course he's going to score a header. And you know what? That makes Havertz look even more bad. Now we know that you paid 65 million for a player that you could just get any other player that could do better than what Havertz is doing. It makes Arteta look even bad. People are saying he's a tactical genius. It's not tactical genius, bro. It's nothing to do with that, bro. Look, I can't lie. The second goal he took well. He took that well, surprisingly. I don't know how, but he did. You know, that was a beautiful finish. But the first goal, any tool striker would score that. Any tool striker. You didn't need to go to get Havertz for 65 million. You could have got Chris Wood for 20 or 15 if you're playing this kind of style of play. Bro, at the end of the day, what difference does it make, really? You know, we've seen the same mistakes again and again. That's what bothers me. What bothers me is seeing the same mistakes repeatedly. That's what bothers me. It's not just winning, because it's Leicester. We would have won. I predicted a win anyway. I did predict 2-0, but I predicted a jammy 1-0. And what did we win? Jammy 2-0, bro. That's what we did. But at the end of the day, bro, we're seeing the same mistakes. We're seeing the same mistakes from this manager. We saw it until the 80th minute, until Merino scored. Same mistakes. Again, and he struggles against Leicester. They're leaking goals. They're leaking a lot of goals, and he struggled against them to open that low block. So every team now knows how to attack Arsenal. But yeah, I digress, Mo. I digress. Big up to the whole panel, of course.
I hear that. I don't know where I'm getting playback from. I'm getting playback from somebody.
I don't know. Is it me?
I'm on mute, so it's not me.
Hello? Is it me?
Hold on. I don't even, bro. Hold on. Let me get everyone. Right. Let's do this again. Right. Because I'm getting bare play. I can't even hear what man is saying that. Hold on. Hold on. It's Macy. It's Macy. It's you, Macy. All right, cool. Let me get you back on, yeah? Let me get you back on
Well, you thought it was me. You're taking the piss.
huh? I'm like, yo, I keep hearing like someone's mum in the background or something. I don't know, someone's auntie or something saying something. Oh, what's going on, bro?
She cussing
They're
him
like,
off.
yo, they better not be
She
talking about
cussing him
Raheem
off.
Sterling, you know? I was like, what is
Too
going
much
on?
screen time. Too much screen time, bro. Macy the shooter,
Arsenal are
bro.
so bad. They're having me thinking about having Maggie. It's peak outside.
Oh,
It's mad. Devante, let's go to you because you're the second one to jump on. What do you make about this game, bro?
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is we got Mikel van Basten, bro. We're gonna have three. You're gonna have 3 Ballon d'Ors, man. Like we got the answer now to our striker problems. I already know that this is gonna be like the tactic from now. We're gonna have Mikel Merino being the striker for as long as we can. Like as long as Havertz is injured and all that stuff, and probably not going to tackle the market for another striker. We all know that this is going to be the running gig now for Arteta. Now the new running gig. I already know that all these top gooners and stuff, they're going to be like, oh, see, he's the answer now. He's the answer. We got Mikel Merino. Don't fall for the okie doke, people. Don't fall for it. Like as much as I appreciate that he scored the goals today and got us the win.
Yeah.
We still need a pure striker, a pure one, because he's not a pure striker. He just does a job because like he's good with the headers and stuff like that and tap-ins. That's what he's good at. But you still need a pure striker. You still need someone who knows like how to attack the box. Pause. That sounds a little, you know what I'm saying?
I think there's a better opposition. That's the thing. Like Leicester, come on, bro. Like these men are gonna get relegated. Like, and I agree with you. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm happy for Merino because I want any player that comes to Arsenal to succeed, innit? And if you can do a job for us as a striker, cool. But I know that you're not gonna consistently bag us goals. I don't see this guy going up against. Do you know what I mean? Like an Inter Milan, for example, in the Champions League. This guy ain't gonna get us to go up against a defense like that because he's not a natural goal scorer. And we've seen this before. Like this whole thing of playing somebody up front that's not a natural goal scorer is one of the big reasons why we're in this situation in the first place. So if Havertz and Jesus that are supposed to be strikers and Nketiah supposed to be strikers weren't good enough playing there, why do we think that Merino all of a sudden is going to be a consistent goal scorer for us in this team?
Exactly. Like, I find it weird though. I find it weird with Arteta. He always does like this weird stuff where he thinks like he can pull a center back as a midfielder or a midfielder as a striker. Like it's kind of that's not how football works. Like not everybody is like very versatile. Not everybody. You only have like 1 or 2 players in your team that can do like everything. But not everybody's recruited or Beckenbauer that can play like every position. It's not possible. You know, like there's going to be one player in your team that can do that, but the rest is like they can like play 1 or 2 positions, and that's about it. You know, so I just hope that Arteta is not stupid enough to say, okay, you know what, this is now going to be the one who's going to give me the goals instead of like going out for a striker. But we already know he doesn't like forwards. We spend more money on defenders, goalkeepers, and defensive midfielders because remember that they're still trying to get Zubimendi. I don't believe he's coming anyway. It's just a trick for all the fans say, you know what, like we're finally going to have Zubimendi. He's not going to come. He's going to stay in Spain, or either Liverpool is really going to do all the. That's what I think. Other than that, let's talk about new year, new me, new club, new me. Raheem Sterling, worst performance of all time. I'm sorry, man. Raheem Sterling, bro. This guy, man, he baptized himself and thought he was going to be brand new. No, bro. That was. I'm sorry, Raheem. What happened to this guy? This guy plays like he got his talent sapped by Space Jam or something. Remember the movie? That's what it looked like.
You know when we had when we got Willian, he was past it. Even he was more effective than Sterling, bro. Now we know Sterling is effective, but Willian could hold the ball. And I'm not saying that I wanted Willian to stay, but when you look at certain players when they've fallen off, certain still maintain a certain level. This guy has fallen off in every metric, bro. Every metric. Ball control, getting barged off the ball, passing ability, crossing ability. Bro, Willian, yeah. This is the difference, yeah. Willian, bro, was washed and he was still more effective to the way that we were playing. And that's back in phase 1. Yeah. And then he went to Fulham and still did a job for them. This guy, bro, we can barely stay on the ball. And then he's doing synchronized diving in the box. It's like, what are you doing, bro? No, Devontae, carry on. We're going to
Yeah, but you're right though, man. Like, what happened to him, bro? What happened? But even like, let's not act like at Chelsea he was good, because at Chelsea also was rubbish. Like, and let's be honest, at Chelsea he also wasn't doing a great job. Same with Havertz, by the way, as well. Like, let's not forget Havertz was also rubbish at Chelsea. It's insane to me what happened to Sterling, because I wasn't the biggest fan of Sterling ever, but at least he was effective. At City, he was probably one of the best players there, I would say. But he fell off, man. He fell off. And by the way, like, to finish this off, Nwaneri, I told y'all, give the guy minutes and you'll see what you get from him. It doesn't take a genius to see that when he came in first, right? When he got his first minutes, that this guy has something special about him. And look at him. This guy is balling, bro. I still don't think that he's going to be the one to carry this team, because he still needs time. He's only 17 years old. Not everybody can do what Lamine Yamal does. Even though I still think that Lamine Yamal also still needs time as well. Because, like, to have a 17-year-old play so many minutes, they're going to be done by 22, 23. You already seen with Saka. He's done by now. He got a hamstring injury, and we don't know if he's going to come back the same player. But what we're seeing from him is amazing, man. I love seeing and let's not also push Lewis Skelly aside, because Lewis Skelly also, he's 18 years old and he's doing an amazing job, man. Those two are the future of Arsenal. I keep saying it, and I just hope that Mikel doesn't run these two into the ground. I also hope that Mikel doesn't when Saka comes back, then Nwaneri gets no minutes at all. I still think Nwaneri deserves more minutes when Saka comes back and play him as a 10, because I feel like as a 10 he'll do better than Odegaard, because he's more direct. He's more direct. You get more out of him than Odegaard when it comes to as a 10. But I have a fear that Arteta is gonna do him dirty when Saka comes back, and he's gonna run Saka into the ground again, and Odegaard's gonna get all the minutes, and he won't get subbed off and all that stuff. Nwaneri will get garbage minutes. I fear for that, and it will stun his progress. It will stun his progress. It's sad, but that's all I have to say.
Nah, I hear that, bro. I hear that, Devontae. Carl, we're gonna go to you next, bro. Listen, we haven't touched on our club captain. Going missing again, bro. What do you make of Odegaard's performance? Because I thought it was rubbish, bro.
I'm still trying to find him right now. Yeah, non-existent. Absolutely non-existent in that game. Apart from the flick up to Trossard, who controlled it as well as I could. That was all he did. That was just he. Oh, I'm going to hear in the second half. Oh, that he ran around a lot. Well, yeah, he ran around a lot, but that's only because you're trying to make yourself look busy. The midfield was a shambles today. Rice, I can probably say, was the best of a bad bunch. Partey was absolutely awful. Odegaard, once again, he's not a captain. He's not a leader. And once again, in these sorts of games, you expect your number 10 to literally be bossing the game. You know, one gripe we had with Mesut Ozil was he disappeared in big games. But against these bottom feeders, he slapped them up like they were nobody's business. Odegaard just does it whenever he pleases to. And that's just simply and utterly not on. You know, first half was a shambles. Trossard, I mean, I'm sitting in my car watching this game, by the way. My boy's in soft play with the mother, so I'd sit in the car and watch this in my car, right? I'm shaking the car, I'm banging on the door.
You should have just watched the fucking kids in the soft play. That'd give you a bit more entertainment than that fucking shit.
I've got the flu, mate, hence the fact why you're also not in there. There's another specific reason for that, all right? Not spreading that shit around. Anyway, either way, back on topic. Just the first half was just awful. Trossard and Sterling, neither could hold a line. Was it off? We got one shot on target in the first half. We got caught offside like 4 or 5 times. Like, who the hell is that? Again, that goes down to coaching and on the field. What was we doing in Dubai? Because it clearly wasn't holding your line when you're trying to break, because that's not the case. It was just a boring performance. And I've seen already on social media regarding of Mikel Merino, or how well that he done so on. Credit where it's due. He come on, done a job. Excellent. But this is why I call Arsenal Patchwork FC. Because this is just patchwork at the end of the day. It's all right saying, okay, fine, you scored 2 goals against Leicester. Fine. That's Leicester. Can you do that against Forest? Can you do that against Man United? Can you do that against Liverpool? Can you do that against the bigger and better teams who actually know how to shut you down? Because they'll reach a certain point where you can only play so much with that guy. We've tried to convert 2 midfielders into strikers, and it completely hasn't worked. The only conversion that Arteta's got right is moving Ben White from centre half to right back. But that's because he's a defender. You can make the transition, but you're moving someone who's played in that position throughout their entire life, moving the midfield, then moving them up to the false number 9. It's just this is called covering your fuck up, and then covering your fuck up the second time around. And this will continue on doing it. Yeah, I'm happy we got the win, but at the same time, the performance was just it was lackadaisical in the first half. The second half wasn't that much better, but yeah, we're absolutely 100% screwed without Lewis Skelly, without Ethan Nwemwe.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. Let's go to Rob, man, and then we'll go to Aaron. Rob, what do you make of this game, bro? What's your thoughts? We got the 3 points, but what do you make of the performance?
Well, to be honest with you, my neighbours who live upstairs from me, they don't like football. They're not into football at all. But one thing that they do know today is that Sterling is shit. Because I shouted that about 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 times in this game. What a fucking... I honestly, I don't really say this about players that much, but I honestly never want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. Even though we've got this situation with our forwards, do we really want to see him in it? He's so detrimental. And like, obviously he comes, I think it was him who came off for Merino, wasn't it? So yeah. So yeah, I mean, as soon as he comes off, then we get a couple of goals. So, you know, look, the signs are there. Listen, you know, the teenagers saved us today. I mean, look, before we scored, obviously we had the toe or foot or whatever it was from Miles, from Lewis Skelly. Otherwise, I can't remember which Leicester player it was, had a tap in, or we'd have lost that game probably. It was only a few minutes, I think, before we scored, wasn't it? So, and I think, look at the team that we put out. Obviously, the forward line is, decimated, but the rest of the team is basically our strongest team, isn't it? Like, so it should be creating more. It should be doing better. It should be dominating better. But no, it's the usual thing. It's the same as how many times have we told this story that we play like a team who are 2-0 up when it's 20 minutes left. We're just trying to see the game out, but it's not 70 minutes left, 2-0 up. It's 0-0, and it's 10 minutes, it's 20 minutes, whatever. And can you imagine if we struggle this much against Leicester? What are we going to do at the City Ground? What are we going to do at Anfield? What are we going to do away at Juve, at Milan, or whoever? Do you know what I mean? Man, I've tapped out on this season. I'm this close. I'm kind of more optimistic than maybe most, but like I'm this close to tapping out. So for me, do you know what? If you want to put Merino up front for the rest of the season, sure. I don't really care anymore. Do you know what I mean? Just do it. Because, like, well, what else is going to happen? Like, what other options do we have at the moment? Do you know what I mean?
Bro, apparently, Yasser was saying that they're calling him on Twitter or whatever. Mikkel Messi.
Mikkel van Basten.
I'm just serious. That's the thing. It's not even a joke, is it?
Do you know what? Yeah, this fan base here suck. Any enjoyment, that you want to get off, they just go over the top. Why can't you just say, I'm happy for the fact that he scored today? Like, we've all said that. Yeah, we've all said, we don't believe. I mean, maybe one of you do. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to hear from Aaron and Sava as well. But we all know, okay, cool. Like, big up to him. He came on to the pitch and he changed the game. He did his job, innit? Even though he's not a striker. I can respect that. Even though I don't rate him, I can say, you did your thing. But I'm not going to sit here saying Mikkel Messi and this guy now and, this guy's he's going to be bought. Come on, bro.
That's why everyone hates our fan base, because we just do this stupid shit all the time. It's just crazy.
They got the lotion, they got the tissues, they got the laptop, and you know what's happening.
Oh, you know the amount of tissues right now.
Yeah, the people that were now gassing this up, why didn't they call for Merino to start as a striker before this game? Why is it they were talking about, what's that, Chibi Martins? They were talking about him start up front and how we got it wrong in terms of getting him out. These man, love to move the goalposts and make it seem like, we always believed him. We were always saying that Mikel needs to play as a striker. No, you weren't. You were talking about Chibi Martins, Anus, which is another young G from the academy. You were talking about those two players. You weren't talking about Moreno playing as a striker. But now all of a sudden he scores 2 goals. Oh, he's the guy. Based on what? Based on one game. Bro, we've seen Jorginho have one good game this season against West Ham. Does that mean that that's the level now? Like every player in the league has their moment, innit? The difference between top players and average players is top players produce the most of the time. Average players produce in patches. Yeah, I'm saying little yellow, little purple patch here and there might score a couple of goals. It doesn't mean that you're the guy, you're the answer. Aaron Arsenal, what you saying, bro? Arsenal X-rated. What you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, cheers for having me on. Boys, listen, man. There's 8 of us on the panel. Yeah, there's loads of people in the chat. Was it ever in doubt? We've got Mikel Messi on coming on the field. What was it ever in doubt? It was the most chill I've ever watched Arsenal because I thought, do you know what? It's all right. We've got an absolute 30-goal a season midfielder on the bench that we can bring on and come on and rescue us the game because he's done it all season. Mikel Merino because he's got the turning circle of one. Well, listen, it was his day today, wasn't it? Yeah. Listen, it was his day. Come on in, Dumber. But I tell you what, for 80 minutes, I was telling you, I was turtleheaded in my little pants. I was thinking, here we go. We're going to drop points here, aren't we? And it's embarrassing. Mate, I've just got back from the booze. I was trying to settle my head. I saw your wonderful show online. I thought, I'm going to come on and have my little piece because it's frustrating, isn't it? That we see, and we are, not only are we handcuffed, we are prison sentenced to Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side. I mean, it's like a jail term, mate. It's unbelievable. Like, that geezer, what he done today was pathetic. Like, let's just call it as it is. You know, I'm not being overly harsh. I'm not being a so-and-so. I'm just articulating what I see with my eyes. And he was embarrassing. And that's our starting player. That's one of 3 fit players. Now, we've got away with it today. That's all we've done. Let's just get it right. Let's just put all the Mikel Messi things in the bin because people that saying that, I mean, it's worse than Rance's, Zerkamp. It's worse than it's worse than Saeed's. The Ivorian Messi or whatever. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? Like, I mean, there are other embarrassments as well, but I mean, whoever's put out that Mikel Messi is he's got to go in the bin, isn't he? And you put the lid on and sellotape it so it don't come out. So it's pathetic. But listen, we've got 3 points. It puts some sort of pressure on Liverpool, something that we're not used to doing. And by that, I mean, every time Liverpool drop points, we always seem to drop points. So look, we've asked a question. We inevitably rather know the answer, and the answer is Arsenal won't win the league this year. I mean, let's all get it right. But at least it's asked a question. Am I feeling any more positive? I suppose so, to some sort of degree, because we've won instead of a loss. But what does it translate in terms of how I feel about our next game, which is at West Ham? I feel like we should win it. But what we've learned today is we are probably going to struggle to score goals. And you know, Mikel Merino is not going to be coming off the bench and scoring 2 goals every single game. Maybe we'll start him. I've seen some mad shit where it's like, oh yeah, we'll put him up front. I mean, you'll put him up front the next game if that's how you want to do it, and he probably will have an absolute stinker because that's what he's been doing all season. He's been producing stinker after stinker. Today is his day, so I'm not gonna criticize him for that. But what we've got to remember is he's a central defensive midfielder, not a bloody striker. He's come on today and had his day buzzing. But look, moving forward, we've got West Ham. I expect to win still, but it's a shame today. I was looking and thinking, I wonder how we're gonna go at this. What's gonna be the thing? And even Nwaneri, like I said, to all the Star Wars fans out there, a bit of Princess Leia, help me, Ethan Nwaneri. You are my only hope. You are our only hope, young lad, because he was the only thing. He was the only thing, the only shining spark. And I thought, we're quite lucky to have this young lad. And, you also look at the other end of the pitch, you got the direct opposite, and you got the left-hand side. He's keeping a 25 million defender Kieran Tierney out. He's keeping a 35 million whatever Zinchenko out and a 40 million wild horse out. For 100 million in left backs, and you've got an academy geezer who's a central defensive midfielder playing there. I mean, good, fair dues to him. Fair dues to him. I'm buzzing for that young lad, and I'm buzzing for Ethan Nwaneri as well. I'll obviously cut it short because I know Saba wants to come in and say his bit and all that. But, look, am I happy to sum it all up? Of course I'm bloody happy because Arsenal won. And that's all I care about. It's 3 bloody points and Arsenal winning. It makes my day a lot better. But there's a lot to unravel today as well. It ain't just all sunshine, sparkles, glitter, horses, turn around and sparkles. It's not. There's cloudy. It's very cloudy. But I'm buzzing for the win today, boys. Saba, go on. I'm sure you want to go, bruv. But again, thank you very much for having me on.
Man. Nah, bro. Big up, my G. Come on, man. Every time, bro.
All you boys, man. Pleasure.
Man. Come on, my G. Seba, have your say, bro. What do you make of this game, man?
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Shit. He's not even looking at the camera.
Hold on. I can hear him. I can hear him. You guys can't hear him.
He
I
looks
can
too
hear.
far from the phone, I think.
A little bit.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
Put it a little bit closer, mate.
yeah. If you close, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck it. Golden, mate. Golden State, mate.
Oh. Oh.
And the people that can get gassed up about, oh, Odegaard's like a fucking crab. He moves sideways, sideways, and he stops everything. And you know what? People that say, oh, yeah, but you got to give it, Saka's injured and this and that. Even when Saka was in the fucking team, he was fucking garbage. He was nowhere. He was nowhere to be seen. And yes, well, I'll give props to Merino. He got us a point. Obviously, I'm happy that we won. But realistically speaking, fuck me dead. Look at where we are. We've gone into the transfer window and we've put a dummy bid in for Ollie Watkins once Duran has been poached by Al Nassr or wherever the hell he's gone. But god damn, it's just the same shit every single year since Arteta's been in and we've been challenging. And the fact that people can still sit there and defend him and say, oh, this and that. How can you sit there and defend him? It was garbage for three quarters of the game, and it's been garbage for the whole. Realistically, it's been garbage for the whole season. It's been garbage for the whole season. Like, don't get me wrong, I love waking up and watching my Gunners, and you know what I mean. It's what time? It's 5 minutes till 3 a.m. in the morning here. But god damn, all I want to see from these guys is just endeavour from the club. But there's just nothing from them. There is just nothing from him. I don't get where some people are defending Arteta and are defending the club. I just don't get it. I don't know about your guys' take on it, but yeah, today was, other than the Merino goals, we were garbage. We were completely garbage. That's my thoughts on the game. But yeah, I may be negative. People may say, oh yeah, but I think we were completely garbage.
Yeah, we just watched the game. That's the thing, yeah. These people want us to just go off of the score. But the thing is, you watch the game and there's things that you like and there's things that you don't like. Do
Correct.
you know what I mean? We're going to
Correct.
talk about it. If people don't want to hear it, then don't tune into a
Correct.
match reaction, innit? Because a match
Like,
reaction is talking about,
like
we don't need to do I don't need to do a video, or we don't need to do
100%.
a video saying Arsenal 2, Leicester 0, and then lock off the screen. You can just go on one foot or go on Sky.
100%.
We're here to dissect what happened in the game. And some people just don't want to hear it. You know how this fan base are.
Yeah, they're all deluded. They're all fucking deluded. Like, for me, my first, like, I've been a big Gunner since I was a little kid. I followed my dad and my brother. They brought me into it. My first game was the last game of the season was 2 years ago against Wolves when we won 5-0. Like, it was a big dream for me to go and watch him, all this sort of stuff. And like, you just see you just see these supporters. They go week in, week out, and they're just content with being mediocre. I don't want to be mediocre. I want to see. All I've seen is FA Cups. But mind you, I'm not saying FA Cups are winning an FA Cup isn't good. For me, I would have loved to win the Carabao Cup this season. Yeah, people say it's the Mickey Mouse Cup, it's this, it's that, but I would have loved to win it. We haven't won it in how many years? But the thing is,
93, bro.
all I've
31
seen, 31
to
years.
be 32.
All I've seen is FA Cups. I want to see. I don't want to hear about the stories of how good we were 20 years ago, the invincible. I don't want to hear. I'm sick of hearing that. All I want to hear now is, I want to win the fucking league. I want my players. I want Saka. I want Saliba. Which, mind you, I personally think we will lose Saliba to Madrid or one of those big teams. If we're not careful, and to be honest, I think we will lose him this next transfer window coming up. It may be people may think, oh yeah, whatever, but I think we're going to lose him. But the thing is, I'm sick of hearing, oh, how good we were. I want to see it now. I want to see the endeavor. I want to see the pure the passion. Look, everyone on the panel right now, everyone, we want to see is the endeavor, the passion to go out and win it. Like, what did we lose it by last year? 2 points. But we bottled it, and people can't say we didn't bottle it. We completely bottled the fuck out of it the past 2 years. But it makes me sick. Like, don't get me wrong, I will never stop waking up watching these guys, no matter what. But it's sickening to watch, knowing that we've come into the latter stage of the season and we've made no signings. We haven't improved the squad, knowing that you've got Saka out there injured. You've got now Kai Havertz is out there injured, and Lee Gunner said it perfectly. He predicted it. These players are going to get injured. And he predicted it perfectly. And we did not go out there and rectify the spots which we needed to rectify. Which
Bro, you know what? And just to piggyback off of what you're saying before we go to Macy and then Dels to get their opinion, people are looking at this result saying, "Oh, everything's amazing." Do we have the team to make Sterling accountable for his performance? Have we got the squad to make Odegaard accountable for his poor performance?
No.
And he's been poor for weeks. We don't.
He's been poor the whole season. He's been poor the whole season.
Hold on a second.
Sorry,
Have we got a team to make Partey accountable for his performance today? We don't. And this is the problem. There's so many players in this team that are underperforming along with the manager, and we don't have the accountability. And people can talk about injuries. We didn't have the accountability when we had those players available.
100%.
There was no one to rotate when Saka put in a poor performance. There was favoritism with Odegaard when he was putting in a poor performance. Partey and Rice, every single time we take them out of the midfield, we look even worse. Merino looks even worse in that midfield when we play alongside them. When we play Sterling, we don't even play Sterling on the left. We play either Martinelli that's out of form or Trossard that's out of form. There is no accountability along this team. We can't make any of our backs accountable, and Saliba wasn't that great today. He looked all over the place in his aerial duels. But guess what? How can you make him accountable if you're going to be putting in Kivio? This is the problem.
100%.
We go up against a team, that we're now behind and chasing the game. We don't have the bench to make the starting 11 accountable or make them say, do you know what? Either you shape up or you're going to be on the bench. We don't have that because we didn't go and address that. It's certain players regardless. And now it went from favoritism, which is why Saka had to play every game, Odegaard had to play every game, Havertz had to play the game, to now we got injuries. It's much of a muchness. There's always one excuse as to why players at Arsenal don't have to be made accountable for poor performances. And then they play well, we grind them down. Why? Because there's a lack of competition, there's a lack of quality off of the bench. You know what I'm saying?
There's one more.
Once again, there's only one substitute that comes onto the pitch and changes the game.
And there's one more thing. There's one more thing I've got.
Hold on a second.
Sorry, brother.
When Ethan was on the bench, we would use him to be the only substitute on the bench.
To the linchpin,
that would actually impact the game. Now it's Moreno. How come we, out of a whole bench here, 5-6 players, we only ever have one substitution?
It's a joke. It's a joke, brother. It's a joke. And there's one more thing I've got before I let the other lads go on, and I'll get off so I can go to bed because I got work in the morning. But even it's not about the game today, but the Prem. But going into the latter stages of the Champions League, do people really think we're going to make that big of a splash going into the latter stages of it? Like, who think realistically, Real Madrid, they get through, whoever we get. What the fuck are we going to win? How the hell are we going to go and win a Champions League or whatever with what we've got right now? The 3 attackers we've got under 6'4", and we depend on corners. The 3 attackers that we've got, and they've barely done anything all season. Martinelli's in a coma. Fucking Sterling, he's been in a coma since he left Man City. And the people that, we've Champions League, we're into the next stages without all doing this. How can you say that? Look, I'm looking right now. I'm watching on my TV. Marmoush City. They've gone and addressed all their problems that they've thought they've had. Marmoush goes out there. He's on a hat trick right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's sickening to think. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and take up any more time from you guys. But big up all you guys. Big up. Big up. Thank you guys for letting me have a voice.
Seba.
Yeah.
Northside, can I just jump in just before I know the patient Dells and Macy are just waiting there? Can I just ask, then just make one more quick statement? It'll take me 2 seconds. After after half a decade and 750 million pounds spent, did you expect Arsenal to be shopping in the free transfer market in February? Did you expect Arsenal to be begging the Premier League to sign a 15-year-old just turned Max Dowman so we can have him on the bench? It's pathetic.
Yes, that's exactly what I expected.
Actually, you know what? Can I say one thing?
Right, let's face it.
Could I say one more thing?
You know what?
You
You
know what?
Is my camera
You know
working? Because I know it's been moving mad.
Nah, your camera's moving crazy. We can't see you. All we can see is some Bahamas.
Yeah. Some Sonic the Hedgehog graphic Bahamas behind, isn't it?
I'm very much alive. It's just my camera's been moving crazy for the last 2 weeks.
Aaron,
Yeah,
brother,
try and jump out and come back in, bro. Probably sort it most of the time. That's what I do when my camera goes crazy, bro.
I'll pop straight back on, right?
Hold on. Let's go to Macy, bro. Macy, what are you saying, bro? What's your thoughts, bro? You've been waiting patiently.
Oh, big up Northside. Sorry about earlier with my mom.
Don't worry about that.
Apologies. Big up, but yeah, it wasn't a good performance from us. We were shocking today, and 2-0. I mean, I was impressed with the result, but I wasn't impressed with the performance from the team. And there are a couple of players that I need to call out: David Raya, Odegaard, Trossard, Partey, and Sterling. David Raya, you were lucky not to let Jamie Vardy lob you over the top of the bar, because you nearly gave Leicester that chance to score. You have got to stop passing the ball out from the back and just go high. Stop passing it out from the back, because if you do that, the opposition can break. David Raya doesn't even think straight because the manager is telling him to do it. Don't listen to the manager, Raya. Go long, kick the ball out. Odegaard, I keep telling you about this captain. Every single time he stinks out the place, all these top gooners are going to say, oh, but look what he did. He played a no-look pass from the corner. And I can guarantee that they're going to put it to all on their social medias, their Facebooks, their Instagram. This guy right there exemplifies what is wrong with our football club, and the fact that El Khanous, that Leicester player, he absolutely gave Odegaard the time of his life when he cooked him. That's the baller I want at this football club. This El Khanous guy is something special, and he should be our Odegaard, not the original Odegaard. He is trash. I'm sick of him. Strip him of the captaincy and just send him and just get him back to wherever he came from. I'm sick of him. Trossard, I've defended you so much, but today you were shocking. I mean, I can see the frustration on you, but you have got to start, you've got to try saying that, yo, I'm Trossard. I need to be the baller that I should be. But today you were not in it. You were not in it today. I'm sorry, but I think Trossard is starting to see the light now. I think he's tired. He wants to leave this football club, and I fully respect that. If he wants to go, then Trossard, wherever you go, I wish you all the best of luck where you play next season, because this football club has absolutely killed you, bro. Go and play for a top football club next season. Thomas Partey, he was shocking in midfield. He was like his running when he was trying to stop Leicester's midfield was atrocious. Why is he not passing it forward, but why he's choosing it to pass it from the back? Partey, for me, he's got to do better with his passing. The passing from him was atrocious today, and he's another one that is starting to see the light, and he's another one that is desperately wanting to get out of this circus. And I hope he does go. I hope he runs down his contract so he can say to himself, fuck this, I'm going to play for another. I'm going to Saudi because I'm sick of this circus. And Raheem Sterling, I told you, this guy offers nothing for us. He absolutely offers nothing. The amount of times he gets the ball, and when it's time for him to shoot, he just face plants on the floor. what is this? Is he okay in the head? Like, does he want to shoot? Because every time he has the ball and he's running, he just like, oh, I'm down. Like he's just like flopping on the floor like a puppy. I'm sick of this. And
Man down.
yeah, man down.
Little
I'm
legs.
sick of this Sterling. I'm absolutely sick and tired of this Willian looking tiger head pussy. I'm sick of him.
Bro, Carl was saying that the missus had the kids in soft play. I bet they stayed on their feet a lot more than flipping Sterling, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not running. They're running into the soft play. They're diving into the pits with all the soft ball.
They're probably better at football as well.
Yeah, but
My son's got being left foot on it, put it that way.
I've been on Mikel Moreno's case for a long time, but today I've got to give him credit for taking those 2 goals well. And I know I've been a bit of a hater for Moreno, but today I've got to give him like a lot of praise. The 2 goals that he scored, the first one, tremendous header, and the second goal, bad boy finish. But I just think Moreno ain't the solution for us, because look at the games we've got coming up. Do you really think he has what it takes to score against a top football club like Nottingham Forest, who are flying at the moment? They're currently 3rd in the table, and we've got them in a few weeks after we play West Ham. Then we've got Manchester United coming up, and I know they've been poor as well, but in the end, it's Manchester United, and then we've got Chelsea coming up, and they're poor as well. So, does Moreno have what it takes to score against a top 6 side? We shall see. But today he played well, but I'm still not going to get hyped up with this. Oh, he's
Mason, he said it himself, yeah, after the game, yeah. Before I did the thumbnail, I was listening to what he said after the game when they were interviewing him in the stadium. And he said when Mikel told him that he's going to play up front, he said he didn't expect it. And when he was asked, are you going to be playing as a striker going forward? He said he doesn't expect himself to be playing as a striker. He said he only did a job because Mikel asked him to do it. So the player himself doesn't really believe he can play there. Now, if he turns up and he consistently bags goals, then cool. We'll have a different conversation. I'll be looking at it like, oh, okay. But when we look at it, the player isn't confident playing as a striker. He doesn't believe that he's a striker. He doesn't think that he's going to be selected going forward playing as a striker. And he's not, apart from this game, is the only thing we've got to go off that he's able to play as a striker. I don't see this guy turning up against better defenders, where you have less space, where you're not going to win your aerial duels, which is how he got his first goal, where there ain't going to be pockets of space in behind the defense, how he did the little tapping. When he doesn't have any service, how is he going to play? That's one thing I question, because we've all seen his ability on the ball. And we've all said in the middle of the park where you've got a bit more time, he's not that great technically. He's not very good at dribbling. His first touch leaves a lot to be desired. When he doesn't have space in behind from the defense, and when they're roughing him up against better opposition than Leicester, how is he going to act? How is he going to react? Is he going to be able to bring in Worry? Is he going to be able to hold up the play and bring Sterling in the game? Is he going to be able to spin
an incredible
with the ball to his feet? With the
paper over the cracks,
his back towards goal, is he going to be able to spin the defender? There's so many questions about him playing as a striker, and they're just going off the fact that he scored against Leicester.
It's just paper over the cracks right now. That's all it is. It's just paper.
And
even Merino
today, an incredible performance from him.
And say, yo, he's a fox in a box like Aubameyang. We haven't seen enough. Can we say he's somebody like a Lacazette that holds the ball up, or Giroud?
It's a next Giroud, man. Next Giroud.
Exactly. Hold up the ball, spin the defender. You know what I'm saying? Smash it in. Or is he that kind of, come on? Like, not every game he's going to get service. Then what are we going to get out of him? This is the thing, bro. These men are getting way too
But North, don't you think, sorry, I just wanted to butt in this. Don't you think he will get service? Because the only way Arsenal play is whipping balls in the box. So he will get headers to score.
Trossard,
so he might score a little bit.
Yeah, we need to play Tierney though. We need to play Tierney. He's got cold
centre backs.
Guys, how many headers has Havertz missed? Think about it. Think
every
about
single
it.
one of them.
Yeah, I'm saying Havertz would have got a brace today if he was playing for sure. But I don't know why. What's with all the doom and gloom? Just be happy, guys. Arsenal are back, guys. Arsenal are back. Merino is like, we got
the title race.
We've got Deleuve Van Persie. Why is everybody so sad? We got Merino. Sterling, we saw the best of Sterling. We saw the best of Sterling today. Like, that was a wonderful performance, bro. I'll be honest, man. We need to get him on the permanent transfer, bro. I don't care what it is, 60 million, 80 million. We need to get that guy, bro. You feel me? Trossard, he was looking like Prime Alexis Sanchez out there. I'll be honest, man. He's a baller. You feel me? Even Odegaard, I used to call him Odegaard, but bro, he was balling today like he was Prime Ozil, bro. We got Arsenal. Make Arsenal great again. Make Arsenal great again. We've got Arsenal.
We need Donald Trump as manager, mate.
Make Arsenal great again.
Trust you, man. We got Arsenal.
What's Donald Trump when he got shot? When he got shot?
Rashid, when you had your hand up there,
I was just thinking that.
Naughtiness there.
Thinking, what is he doing with that
finger
one?
down? Because I mean, that was kind of looking a bit too naughty there. Rashid,
sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah. I was where's this geezer going with this, man? I don't
Why is Arteta clapping? Like, why does he continue to clap when we still like every time we fumble around and we get a corner, he's like clapping like he's doing this, like he's just like
that's red.
Because he's special. He's special.
And this guy wasn't doing any of this. He was calm and he was fuming. He was telling his players, "Get in the game. Don't let them cross you." That's what I like from Van Nistelrooy. He's more like.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't mind changing my mind on a player, but I have to see consistency. This is the thing. Yeah, I didn't rate Ben White, and I changed my mind on Ben White, but I didn't rate him as a centre back. As a right back, I actually think Ben White is now he's got Timber, and I think Timber's been playing. He's been playing well. You know, and he's come back from injury, etc. But before the injury, when he came back and started the season, I think people were arguing he's the best right back that we got. But Ben White's been extremely consistent for us until this season, playing with an injury. So I don't mind changing my mind about players. But the thing is, this fan base don't even give you, you know what I mean, that kind of, okay, cool, he played well, let's see how he kicks on. You know, let's see what he does. And if he consistently performs, then we can start talking about, okay, do you know what? Yeah, maybe Mikel Arteta's got a point. Merino keeps banging in goals. He's banging in goals in the Champions League. He's banging in goals in the Premier League when we need a win. He's finding a winner. Okay, do you know what? Cool. We can change his mind. The thing is, we've got one game, and people are already changing their mind about Mikel Merino on one game. Like, you need to give more time. There's so much about his game that we didn't like. And then there's so much about his game that we don't know when it comes to
I just want to butt in for one second. A genuine question, right? Personally, I thought the signing of this player wasn't a bad signing. It was purely just a fee. Right now, and I've spoken to my brother and my cousin so many times about it, 1,000,000 times. Right now, would you take Nicolas Pepe? And mind you, that season, he had a pretty good season. When was it when we made the Europa League final? Would you take him right now in the side?
Yeah, for sure.
Pepe.
Yeah,
we don't need him. We don't need him.
No, what I'm saying
as
is...
a striker.
Right now,
as a striker.
Would you,
as a striker, is that your question?
Yeah, I guess so. Would you take him as one of your main attacking options right now?
All day. All day, every
personally,
day.
I think that
Let's
season,
believe.
Only because we're desperate.
When we made that Europa... But I got one... I've always... like, from you guys are all from the UK, you know what I mean? Like, you bleed Arsenal like me, just like we all do. But personally, I think he was given the hard stick by the club, and I think right now he would be thriving.
Seba, can I ask you, do you mean as a striker or as an attacking option? Because it's a difference. If you mean as a striker, the way Arsenal play right now, we don't need a player like Pepe as a striker.
Because say as an
we don't unlock teams. We don't play a ball through the box. He can't run off a defender. We are whipping balls in people. So we don't need a...
I know. I 100%. I completely know where you're coming from. I completely understand, right? But as an attacker, I think personally, he is miles. He's miles further as a He was miles further as a player than what we have at the moment, apart from probably Nwaneri. He's 100%, and I think that we could deal with a player like that right
now. By the way, I want to address the elephant in the room. Okay, Ethan or Saka? Ethan or Saka right now?
Both.
Everybody in the panel. No.
Wait.
If Saka comes back,
Listen,
Are we
If
saying
Saka comes
Saka?
back,
Are we
Natural
saying Saka
ability,
knowing he has
for
the
me,
injury?
natural ability, yeah. Natural ability, I'll say Ethan. Finishing, I'll say Saka.
But I got one
Ah,
question.
gets
you're
the
a
job done in
politician,
three,
Nusai.
four,
You're a
5 years.
I got
politician.
one.
Nah, but
Rashid,
it's true though, bro. It's true though.
Rashid,
You know
Rashid.
what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is? I feel like he's got more ability, but Saka's had the time to develop longer,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
You know what I'm
Wait,
saying? I think
Rashid.
when Ethan's given the same amount of money, the same amount of time that Saka's been given, I think he's got his ceiling is higher than Saka. I think
Wait, Rashid, Rashid, I got a question for you.
I say his instinct is better. His natural shooting is better. He's naturally
Direct.
colder in shooting. I think the way that he dribbles with the ball as well, I think he's better. He's a better dribbler, better finisher. He's got a better
Direct.
vision as well. He's more direct than Saka as well. He doesn't always need to play off he doesn't have to play off a number 10. He can create by himself.
Rashid,
Rashid,
I've got a.
I've
I've got one thing.
Can I play Saka on the left?
Come
Can I
back
just
to
end
that.
this just quick? Can I just end this just quick? We've been asking as a fan base to have backup for Saka for so long. Now we've bloody got one. There you go. Do you know what? Whoever's better, play him, and the other one's back up.
Wait, Rashid.
There you go. We've got finally
Keep
got
the
two
Nigerian
right wingers.
community happy.
Whoever's better, play him. Whoever ain't, sit on your bench.
No,
There you
big
go.
up, big
That's
up to
what the
Nigerians.
squad's do.
Rashid, I've got
Aaron,
one.
don't you prefer him more as a 10? I prefer him as a 10 though.
Yeah,
I've
game.
got one.
Like,
I've
yeah,
got one
yeah.
to come back at the
Go on,
Saka.
go on,
Would
He
you?
should be more central. I think he should play.
Are we talking Saka knowing that he has the injury coming back, or are we talking like without
No,
the injury?
no.
Just
No, just a
No,
bit.
I've got Saka in the squad, isn't it? Yeah.
No, ability-wise,
No,
Ethan is
both of them.
better. Ability-wise, Ethan is clear. Miles
You
clear.
really think?
Miles
look,
clear.
I'll
sure.
probably get. I'm probably not going probably get a bit of hate for this, but I love Saka personally. I think that Saka is miles above and head and shoulders our best player in the team.
Do you know
Don't
what?
get me wrong.
Yeah, but do you know what, Saba? Yeah, there's one thing having potential in football. There's another thing actually reaching it, and there's different factors to
100%.
that. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
Because if Saka was given the platform to reach his potential, do you know what I'm saying? And the only reason he wasn't taken as like used as a sideman is because he proved his worth under Unai. You know what I'm saying? And this is why
But this is the thing too.
With Ethan, the problem is this, yeah, it's not the talent, it's the fact that there's favourites ahead of him.
Yeah.
Saka's the favourite. Odegaard is a favourite.
This is the thing too with.
Hold on a sec, bro. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
He ain't gonna be used, yeah. This is where you keep a player back. When the guy is performing, he in this squad and in this team under Mikel Arteta, you are not selected based on your ability. You're selected based on favoritism. Because when Odegaard was injured, why wasn't Ethan played? Favoritism. Ethan, so then he played Merino or Trossard as a 10. This is what I think is going to hinder him. But there also there's different factors to players not reaching their potential. Ravel Morrison at Man United was a baller.
Great
He was actually said to be
And then we can go to fucking
West
Brom.
The problem with him,
the
problem with him was the fact that it was himself. He didn't have the discipline and he didn't reach the potential. So there's different reasons why players don't reach their potential. But when you're going off of pure ability as a footballer, there are things that he already has that Saka had to learn. That he already has in the game. And I think
the thing with
this manager is going to hold him back. This manager will be the reason why he holds Ethan back.
The thing is between me, but for me, in my eyes, between Saka and Ethan, the thing is between Ethan and Saka, in my eyes, is that Ethan has that bit more of he has that flair. He's able to do when you talk about those players like Neymar, they play with that flair. They play with that. They're free.
But what has Ethan done that Saka hasn't already done? To be fair, cut inside and whip one in. We've seen Saka do that. That's what. Just because we've got a shiny new toy in Ethan, don't mean to say we can't knock fucking Saka.
Ethan's better on the ball.
He ain't got
Ethan is much better on the ball.
Hang
on. Ethan is much better on the ball. Technically, bro. Technically, Ethan is much better on the ball than Saka. This is not even a debate.
Look, I see where you guys are coming from with in the way that what Saka compared the difference, but personally, I think the key to unlocking. Look, personally, I think Saka is. If he's not, people don't classify him as a world-class player right now. I think the thing that would, if I personally classify him as a world-class player, no matter what, but I think what would unlock the next part of his game, it would make him go to that next level, that out of this world, is having an in and out striker like an Aubameyang or like a Van Persie, someone there who is a world-class striker who's able to convert on the
on the things that Saka is able to provide. And Saka and Nwaneri have completely. Nwaneri has that different type of flair. He's able to just make stupid things out of nothing. But I think personally, for me, Saka is a better player, but he would be an even better player if he had someone like a Aubameyang or a Van Persie in front of him. Someone like that, if you guys get what I mean.
Here's the thing, bro. Like, Saka is effective. We're not denying that he gets goals and creates chances and all that shit on his own. However, key point, yeah, what Ethan does at 17 years old, and he could do it at 16 and 15, by the way, he can do it on his own.
Well,
for me personally, Saka, exactly. But they're true. But Saka's a limited baller. He's a great baller, but he's a limited baller. Whereas Ethan, for me, Ethan, there's no limit. It's up to him.
What's Ethan got that Saka hasn't? I'm asking that. What's that? I'm not defending Saka. I'm just interested.
No.
Ethan got that Saka hasn't already done? I'm interested.
No problem, mate. I'll answer it. Technical ability, touch, dribbling especially. It's no comparison with the dribbling.
But Saka's had that coached out of him.
Saka has that.
Different.
It's just different.
Saka's had it coached out of him. I just don't get it. I get it, man. We're all buzzing that we've got Ethan Nwaneri. I just think, do you know what? Saka's carried us for 4 years. Maybe we should just, before we want to replace him for 5 seconds, because Ethan Nwaneri.
This is the thing.
Who's playing? I'm hearing some background noise.
What crazy ass noise is that? Sound like somebody getting gagged.
But this is the thing with Saka. He has bared the full brunt of what Arsenal has. What we started as. He was our shining light coming into the Arteta era. He was our shining light. Everything was pinned on Saka. Mind you, I'm Italian. When the Euros, whatever happened there, I wanted him to miss because obviously I'm Italian. But the thing is,
you sound Italian.
Saka has bared the bare brunt of everything, and he's carried the club on his shoulders for how many years, right? And this is the thing: how many times has Saka been compared to your Phil Foden? Which I don't believe Phil Foden is in a class anywhere near Saka, but Saka has been the full bare brunt of it. When you think of Arsenal, you think Bukayo Saka. When you think of
Seba, the answer is that Ethan is more direct. That's all it is, Aaron. They're both good, but obviously Ethan's ceiling is way higher. But he's effective, Aaron. He's effective, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Do you think, but Rashid, do you think that they can be I think that we should be playing Ethan. We could Ethan through the middle with the Saka on the right or chop and change. Do you think that would work? Both of them in the team.
Yeah.
What in we talked about me and North, we talked about this once. He wanted Ethan in the number 8 as a left centre mid.
Yeah.
And that's another question, another controversial question for you guys, We've seen the left wing, We've seen Trossard fell there, Sterling fell there. I'm not defending Sterling, by the way. What's his name again? Trossard, Martinelli, and Sterling. All 3 of them have been failing on the left. Now, is it a pattern? Is it because these players are bad? Because you can't be that bad. Because Trossard, we know he's a baller. Martinelli, we know that he can score goals. He's direct. Well, now he's lost pace. But why do you think on the left we're struggling? Now, if we put an Ethan, just this, if we put an Ethan, I thought about it and moved to. I was against the idea because if we put Ethan there, we're gonna our midfield won't be as defensive. We can't defend the way we defend because you've got two attacking midfielders. So you'd have only you'd have only one defensive midfielder. I would put Rice there, even though people tell me put Partey, but I think Rice would be more of a destroyer if we have.
I'll ask you a question, Rashid.
Hold on.
Yeah, go on.
I'll ask you guys a question. The whole panel.
Hold on. Rob, you said something. Go on, finish what you were saying.
I was just saying, is this because we're now having inverting left backs rather than a Tierney type left back?
Yes.
That's how
we've been having that for ages.
And not just that.
To be fair, I would quite like to see Saka play.
It's Rice, people. It's Rice. It's not just that. It's Rice. Why Rice? Is because his technical ability is, how it is. He's a destroyer.
He can defend all of that.
Yeah, but sorry, he's not helping out that left winger because we see on the right wing, Odegaard's helping him. Odegaard's always helping the right wing.
To be
On
fair
the
to
left
him,
wing,
today he did though, Rashid. Today he did. Today he helped out Sterling a lot, and he got Sterling in good positions, and he effed up. But I get what you're saying, that we haven't seen that the whole season. What we saw from Rice today, we don't see that on a consistent basis, and that's why it kills off the left-hand side. But I agree with Rob as well, because every time Lewis Skelly gets the ball, he goes inverted into the midfield to pass it to Odegaard that's going to go and find Saka most of the time. So I think it's both. I think it's both. Consistency on both sides.
North side are probably even to everyone. Do you reckon we could play like? I mean, look. Do you reckon we could play like an Ethan in that type of that Jota role, the way that he plays, like in behind, but he's still you know what I mean in that Jota role.
Like a number 10. What like a number 10?
Do you think? Personally, I think Ethan could thrive in that sort of a role. Do you guys think that too? Or
only if Wodegaard gets dropped. That's the only way.
And that's 100%. And that's 100%.
That's the only way it works for me. Wodegaard has to get dropped.
100%. And that's what I was saying.
And that's what. Then it can work with Partey and Rice in midfield. Other than that, it won't work. Period.
And that's my thinking. That's my exact thinking behind it, which was the exact answer I was looking for. If Odegaard gets dropped, personally, I think Ethan himself. If you have your full squad, your full team, like with the Saka on the right and whatever, personally, I think Ethan would thrive in that, like that type of Jota role. Which personally, the Odegaard, he shouldn't be the captain. He should be.
He can't do that, Seba. He can't do that. I'll tell you why. It's because Arteta is he can't unlock teams. He can't unlock low blocks and mid blocks. It might work against teams that play a high line. Yeah. But teams that sit back, you can't, because Arteta is unable to find those passes. We do not find any passes. What kind of goals? Go watch all Arsenal's goals since the start of the season. All of them are crosses. All of them 100%. Are crosses, set pieces. We are not opening teams. So you can't be playing that Jota. Jota is a kind of player that you need to find him. He plays on the back of defenders. That's something we don't find, because we've got Odegaard overthinking every pass. Overthinking every pass. Every time he gets the ball. He's a crab.
He's a crab
I think the best way we can set up here is you can play Odegaard next to Partey as an 8, and then you can play Ethan in the 10. Because Odegaard already does defensive duties anyway, even playing in the 10. He always has to get back all the players.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah, so he's not the best at winning the ball, but positionally, he has to get back and keep our defensive shape. And have 3 back, you know what I mean? 3 lines of defense, 4 lines of defense. So I think he can do that in the 8, and it will give him more time on the ball as a deep line playmaker, and then it will take away the frustration that he brings us at the end of the pitch in the final third. And then if we're going to start at the moment, the only one that's been effective as a striker is Merino. So you continue. He found him today, which changed the game. He found Merino. So build upon that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's see. At the end of the day, what can we do? I'm not going to sit here just because I like Trossard more. I'm not going to sit here and say I want Trossard to keep starting as a striker. That's not working. Moreno, we're getting a tune out of. Is it the answer that we wanted? No. Do I think it's going to get us to win a major honor? No. But build upon things that are working. And that's what this manager needs to do. Like, at the moment, you're getting a tune out of it. Then it goes down to the manager. If Merino in the next game isn't producing as a striker, take him off. The same way you took off Trossard today when it wasn't working. Then it's down to man management. You know what I mean? But Sterling needs to be made accountable. And I don't know who we're going to play instead of Sterling. It's all over the place, bro. But the thing is, we're getting a tune out of Merino playing as a striker. Then that's what we got to do. We're going to have to start turning into stuff.
You replace Sterling.
I've got one more genuine question before I leave. Sorry to whatever. One more genuine question before I leave. Right? For me, I'm finished with Arteta. For me, if you guys were to say Arteta's out and there's a manager out there, who would you like? A final one. For me, I'd like to see a Zidane in our managerial role. Who would you guys like to see in that role?
Don Carlino.
Anybody that wins titles.
I don't care.
Anybody that wins titles.
There were a couple of people saying Di Matteo, so Di Matteo could be a good option because he won trophies at Chelsea. So
I would just look at you. I would just look at the manager. See, Zidane is trying to go for the France role, but we want a manager. We want a manager We want a manager that has a CV. Point blank. I want titles. I want that guy to come here winning Serie A or La Liga or something.
100%.
Obviously from the top 5.
Me personally, I'll say Nagelsmann or Xavi.
Top tier.
And we can work on Ancelotti. If we had a proper board, Ancelotti's going to leave Real Madrid. We should be talking to him right now. We should be talking to him right now. Let Arteta ride it out. Let Arteta get us the Champions League. Thank you very much. Bye. You get me? But we don't work like that.
Rashid, if Man City somehow come back in the second leg against Madrid this Wednesday, they will bin Ancelotti on the spot.
100%. 100%. We won't go for it because we don't move up.
Newcastle, so I think.
Sorry, Macy. Go on, Macy.
Okay. No. It's just the thing is they're winning 3-0 against Newcastle, and that can give them the motivation for the Champions League replay against Real Madrid. So they have to be ready because they can't lose that game. Because if they do, then Pep's got. Then all the fans will slowly start to question Pep.
I agree.
Just to cheer everyone up quick.
I'm off, guys. Thank you for letting me have a.
Yo, Forest are losing 2-1 to Fulham.
Shit,
yeah,
big up, my G.
Thank you for letting me have a speak, bro. Maybe try and tap in next Arsenal game. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. No worries, bro. No worries.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. Go the Gunners. Thank you, guys.
To League Gunner emergency meeting, Northside raid on the way in. Before we go, Rashid, let the people know where they can find you, bro. Love for jumping on.
Hey, bro, love for jumping on every time. You already know that, North. Big up the whole panel, bro. Big up the whole panel, bro. You're gonna find me on Arsenal Revolution TV. That's what we were trying to make. I'm on my way to 1K, so please, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
More love. Show love, bro. Show love. Show love.
Make in the comments, man. Make in the comments, bro.
And show love to everybody else on the panel. Like, I'll be real, bro. This community, like, I can't lie. I'm on my way to 1K. Thanks to North, Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like, be putting me on. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a little stream going on. I'll probably do it on Tuesday. So at 8 p.m. Come tune in. We're gonna be talking about everything in the next game, of course. But yeah, big up to everyone, bro. Big up the whole chat.
Nah, big up, man. Big up every single time. Aaron, big up, man. Shout your ting, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm at Arsenal X-Rated TV. I'm going to do a little reaction at some stage today, tomorrow. I've got a show Monday night coming at 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday, we got West Ham at home. And I'm going to be live with my old man, who's a West Ham fan. We're going to do an Arsenal v West Ham watch-along, arm in arm. Arsenal shirt at him and that. So, yeah, have a little watch of that. But North, always big up, man. Let me come on your platform. You know you're a geezer, and I love what you say, man. I love how you do it. And I'll always have a lot of respect for you, my man.
Nah, man, appreciate it, man. I appreciate you jumping on. Make sure you're subscribing, you know what I mean? And the watch along, I'll actually watch that watch along. I'm gonna watch it.
Man, my old man's a card, man. He takes a piss out of me for being 5'10". He's tall. He rips my old dear all the time. You know, they went for a nasty divorce, man. He's a character.
There you go, man. Make sure you're subscribing to Aaron's channel. You know what I'm saying? So we could do the watch along, him and his dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that'll be a good watch, man. Make sure you're subscribing. Carl, I know you got a channel as well, man. Shout your thing, bro.
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Gun Down UK. I've got a show coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Saturday night live show, I always do. Call-in show as well. So if you want to have your say, make sure you have your camera. Make sure it's basically the same rules apply to what you do Northside. And yeah, you'll find me on X, KB Arsenal Pats 32. You can find me on Instagram as well. Find me on Twitch. And I'll have a show coming up on usual on a Thursday known as the Anger Management Sessions. But I hope that'll be a bit more toned down this week because we won. So yeah, but yeah, come check us out and big up to the panel. And yeah, I'm a bit pissed off that Aaron's overtaken me in subs, but it is what it is. So,
mate, listen, don't worry, brother. I don't compete for that shit. If you want to come and watch me, watch me. If you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't care about things like that.
I
don't care.
Touche. Touche.
There you go, man. Big up, man. Rob, Macy, Dels, Natstar, love for jumping on. Any of you got a channel that you want to shout out?
Yeah, I got a channel, man. You get me in the comments. It's linked in the comments, man. Dels, you know, to get at me, try to get a video or stream out at least every day. So the content is there, man. Consistency, you know what I mean? So any support we really appreciate it, man. You feel me?
There you go.
Bro.
There you go, man. Make sure you're subbing to all the man there, man. Big up to all of you for jumping on. I genuinely appreciate it. Late for the emergency stream. Northside raid on the way in, and we're out, man. Love.
Big up.